hello everyone. Welcome back to the Fetch Quest podcast, where we talk about video games and more. I'm your host, Guy, joined by my fellow co-host, Brewer.
Hey, everybody.
And Connor.
Hello.
Hello. So, what's up with you guys today?
Not much. I'm really glad that you guys were able to come help me find some more weird crap in my grandfather's garage again, though.
Ooh, your grandfather's garage. I hope what you found as something valuable. The last time we found some weird crud in your grandpa's garage, we got rich, but then gambled it all away.
That's because gambling is awesome, Brewer.
We love gambling.
Gambling is fun, but let's see what we got. Let's see. Oh, we got some rare gemstones. We can probably get a lot for these. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm probably go for like a few thousand. Oh shit!
Oh my God, Connor! I think your dog is exploding or something. What the hell?
Wait, Brewer. No, it's mega evolved.
Whoa! It's probably because I got this dog from a faraway region.
Which region would that be?
The Kalos region. A lot of the animals there can mega evolve with the power of shiny rocks. Apparently also they go on a bunch of expeditions there, but I don't know much about that.
Alright, guys, hear me out. How about we take a trip to the region to find out more about these rocks? Because I'm intrigued. I don't know about y'all.
You know what? Yeah, let's go on an expedition to this beautiful country that's definitely not based on France in any way at all.
Oh my gosh, guys, we're going to Expedition 33 land.
Oh my God, the Eiffel Tower.
That's a good game. Ooh, that's a good game. Wait a minute. Hear me out. What if Pokemon X and Y is just a giant reference to Expedition 33? Hear me out.
I love stuff that references things that don't exist yet.
It does to me. Damn it.
Yeah, I wish France existed. That'd be such a cool place to go to.
It'd be so awesome.
It's so cool.
Okay, I think with that, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Fetch Quest podcast. Today we are talking about Pokemon X and Y, the 6th generation of the mainline Pokemon games. We're gonna just talk about it being like the first 3D Pokemon, some of the new Pokemon, the new types, the new gimmick of Mega Evolution, the gyms, just a lot of the general stuff with Pokemon games, and just the stuff we like and dislike about the game. So I want to get some thoughts real quick. How did you guys get into this game? Did you play it when you were a bit older, or did you play when you were young like me?
I played it when I was a little laddie, a little baby boy.
Oh, this was my first Pokemon game.
Little baby Connor.
Yeah, it was my
little
first
baby guy as well, dude. I played this first. This was my childhood, dude.
Yeah, I guess since I'm a bit older, my first one was like some of the 2D games. I played like Pearl, and then Black and White were the games I really actually first played because I could actually more understand what I was actually doing in those games because I could fully read by then.
Brewer is Unk confirmed?
Unfortunately. I still got it though.
He still got it. Oh god. Yeah, no. These games in particular have a very special place in my heart. I think in the entirety of gaming, I'm gonna be real, I think these are the most replayed video games for me ever. Because of just how much I loved them as a kid and how much I was just replay them to use different teams and everything. So this is a very special episode for me as well. I'm excited to talk about this.
Yeah, Pokemon games are great for just replayability. That, and I think especially with their difficulty as well, it's kind of notorious for not being super hard, but I think it is kind of fun just being able to throw together any fucking slapstick team, just go have fun with them. Because for Pokemon X this time, I used a Dedenne and Farfetch'd to fight the Elite Four, and it worked.
True.
Dude, hell yeah. Wait, why'd you use a Farfetch'd? What?
I found a shiny one.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I just thought it'd be cool. No, 3 of the Pokemon on my team for X. The first game I played was Y, but I replayed with X just to be see how these games hold up. My original team, my starter was a Chestnut and obviously I used a lot of the strong Pokemon, or like the legendaries like Yveltal that I got, but for this team, I just kind of used what I thought was neat. So like chose Delphox for just a different starter. Aegislash because it's very broken in these games and it's funny as hell. Venusaur as my starter just because I don't think he gets enough love, and as like my dedicated Mega on the team. And the other three were just the shiny ones, like shiny Dedenne because I thought Electric Fairy is cool typing and he's just a little dude. Shiny Farfetch'd because it's funny. And then a shiny Clawitzer because Pokemon X and Y has one of my favorite shiny hunting methods, chain fishing. And that's how I got that.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Oh, wait, that's sick as hell. That's freaking sick as fuck, actually.
This is not my original team. This is a team I did for a Nuzlocke about a year ago, I want to say. But I could also go over my team.
Go for it.
What Pokemon did we all use?
Yeah, this was for my Nuzlocke replay team. I had a Drapion, which was my goat, a Goodra, a Florges, a Mega Lucario, a Mega Charizard X, and a Greninja.
Cool.
Which
I did use the Mega Lucario on my team the first time, but this time it was kind of funny just telling Karina, no, I will not use it.
And the best part is from like remembering this, I just know that Drapion and Florges were my goats. Like they clutched out so many fights for me. It was awesome.
Oh yeah, we always had to love those like members of the team that clutch, and then like the 3 useless ones.
True.
So true.
What about you, Guy? What did you use?
Okay, so here's the thing. I was such a wee lad baby boy when I first played this game that I cannot exactly remember my first team. However, there are
Well,
like,
what are some members you can remember?
Yeah, that was what I was about to say. That so I was a basic bitch little boy. My first Pokemon ever was a Froakie, and Greninja is tied for my favorite Pokemon because of that. I have very, very fond memories of that Pokemon, and it is just awesome. It is such a sick design. He's in Smash Bros. Because he's sick nasty like that. But I had Greninja, I had Charizard, and I had Lucario, the one, all Pokemon that you're given throughout the game. So, yeah, obviously I was gonna take those Pokemon, and plus they were cool and rad as fuck. So how could I not? But yeah, what's up?
I was gonna ask, out of curiosity for team building as well, did you guys ever use that Mega Blaziken, or like the Torchic you got if you got the game early?
No, because
I didn't know that existed until like years afterwards.
Yeah, because I remember my team was like funny as fuck because like we had like my Chestnut, which was like one of my only Gen 6 Pokemon, and then the rest of them were like just different Megas, and like I had 2 different fire types on my team of like Charizard and Blaziken just because I like their Mega evolutions.
True.
My team was so ass.
When I got Pokemon X, like I got it like 2 months before ORAS came out. So not only did I not know about the Mega Blaziken that was released, I also just couldn't get it. But also to kid me, it was the greatest thing ever. When I beat X, I was like, wow, that was awesome. And then like in October and November, I started seeing ads for Pokemon ORAS, and I was like, there's no way. Dad,
Dad, I need $40.
I need $40.
I mean, to be fair, it's better than what it would be priced nowadays. So
True.
Yeah.
$40 for Peak, say no less.
I was gonna say something I do remember about my first X and Y playthrough is that I had a Chestnut, which is why I love Chestnut, and I will be Chestnut's one defender. If there are 5 Chestnut defenders, I'm one of them. If there is one Chestnut defender, it is me. If there are no Chestnut defenders, I am dead.
I'm gonna say I am one of those ones because I do have a Chespin plushie.
I love Chestnut. He's my goat.
I'm not gonna act like the middle stage isn't like a little funky, but like Chestnut is like kind of underrated. I know that's because like the other starter designs are really good, but I still love Chestnut.
I know this is gonna be like probably a hot take, but I like the middle stage because like it's just so silly. Like, yeah, it's not the best, but like he's so silly.
He is a bit silly.
Y'all are about
so
to hear
what-
something really funny for me. Oh, you first.
Oh no, say this and then I'll lead into my topic.
I was about to say now.
Okay.
I'm interested.
I'm a chestnut hater for all the technically right reasons, but also wrong reasons at the same time. It's kind of funny. So, as I said earlier, Pokemon X is probably the game I've played the most, like replayed the most in my life. And because of that, I would always choose like different starters. Like I would have multiple playthroughs where I would just choose different starters to have different team compositions and also just experiment. The worst playthroughs just so happen to be the ones with Chestnut. And it's solely because there are so many flying type Pokemon in this game, it is insane.
Wow, fake ass Chestnut fan.
True.
You know, I think he
You're
probably
calling
just
me a
doesn't like
fan? That's
Chestnut.
crazy.
I think he probably just doesn't like Chestnut because both of its type counter Greninja, and since he dick rides that frog so much,
True.
he doesn't like Chestnut.
True.
Bro saying it counters Greninja when he's forgetting Greninja learns Aerial Ace. Tisk tisk.
I'm just talking about basic types.
I know.
No,
Just
not
the
competitiveness. Yeah, no competitiveness. Protein went crazy along with fucking
Oh,
Ash
yeah, no,
Greninja.
Oh my god.
You
Yeah,
truly.
Pokemon Company also dick rode that Pokemon a lot.
What do you mean? Like past tense? They still dig ride Greninja.
Yeah, they still
As
dick
they
ride it.
should. As they should.
Okay, yeah, but going into something silly as well. This was the first generation in like a little while that actually added a new type, and has been the last generation to do so since, unless if we count like Stellar, but that's more of a like just Scarlet Violet gimmick instead of an actual full new type.
Then 10 adds the sound type or whatever type people are speculating.
The wind type or some bullshit.
I remember that was such a big thing of like Gen 9, like before Scarlet and Violet released, of like they're gonna release like a new type, they're gonna release the sound type or something like that, and it's like, wow, this isn't gonna happen because it would definitely be in the marketing if it was, but yeah.
We're gonna release the 19th type files.
Yeah, either way, Fairy type was definitely an interesting choice. It's not what everyone was expecting with like a new type, but it's what we got now, and it's also like the best type in the game.
Yeah. I really like the first part of this game because it's all just like, hey, did you know there's a new Pokemon type? There's this new type. Did you know there's a new type? Hey, there's a new type, by the way.
No, I know what you're talking about because you first.
Oh no, I was about to say, I think I gotta remember that in like the Pokemon anime as well with like X and Y, when they introduced like Sylveon, they're talking about it's like, this region has the fairy type, it's super unique, and like all of these older Pokemon just happen to have had it this whole time, and Ash just gets gaslit and like, yeah, the fairy type, yeah, that's always been a thing.
You didn't know about the fairy type? What are you talking about?
Yeah, because at least with like Steel and Dark types, other than like Magnemite getting the Steel type and like the Gen 2 games, like there wasn't any Dark types in Gen 1, so they were able to get away with it a little more. But for X and Y, they made a lot of older Pokemon like Fairy type.
Yep.
Which is kind of weird because some of them I feel like should have been made Fairy type as well, but just weren't, like Cresselia and Celebi. Like I felt like those should have been Fairy types.
Yeah.
We do not need to give Cresselia more defensive typings.
No,
my God.
don't get me wrong. That would be horrendous, but at the same time, like, it's never made sense to me that, like, Pokemon that's supposed to, like, counter Darkrai with the light is also weak to Darkrai with its base stab, you know?
No, I get that. But also, that Pokemon's a menace, so I'm okay with it.
We don't care about the
At least in singles, yeah.
We don't care about making balanced Pokemon. You better take your sensitive ass back to the to the fucking VGC.
Yeah, I was about to say, I definitely don't care with some of the Mega Evolutions, because I do love Mega Evolution as a mechanic, but God, is it unbalanced. Mega Kangaskhan.
it has its pros, but it has so many cons as well, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah, no, I think it's still like the best regional gimmick. Like maybe terrestrialization would be the best, like mechanically, but in terms of like at least hype factor, yeah, Mega Evolution clears.
True, that's why they brought it back.
Yeah, that is just
'Cause
mechanically.
they want to sell more.
coolest.
Sell more plushies, sell more marketable little dudes. Yeah, dude, this is that's our business strat.
Yeah, well, I'm happy they're bringing it back as well, because like the pools that they chose for the Mega Evolved Pokemon was kind of weird, especially because like majority of them were like Gen 1. Like they looked at the list and they were like 151 Mega Evolutions to Gen 1.
True.
Dude,
True.
it is. They are ginormous Gen 1 dick riders. Like it is insane.
Yeah, here. Actually, I'm kind of curious. I'm gonna look up a list of Gen 1 Mega.
I will tell you right now. I have it pulled up just for the video. Are you ready for this? We have Charizard X and Y. We have Gyarados. We have Gengar. We have Beedrill. We have Pinsir. We have. Let's see.
Wait, no, not Heracross. This is Gen 2.
That's Gen 2. We have Alakazam. We have Aerodactyl. We have. Okay, now
I have
Blastoise. We have. What's up?
I also have a list right here that I could quickly.
I was gonna say we need to have like a Poke Rep for the Mega Evolutions.
Oh my god, I forgot Pidgeot. Yeah. That's crazy.
Got Venusaur, Pidgeot, Caesar.
Oh yeah, Slowbro got one as well.
We've got
and then the Mewtwo X and Y. You go, Connor. Cook.
We've got Venusaur. We've got all the starters because why not? You know, we should also give those guys Dynamax forms too.
Or Gigantamax forms.
Yeah, Gigantamax forms. We've got Beedrill, Pidgeot. Sorry.
Pidgeot.
Sorry, I was Okay, some lore. We once recorded a Pokemon Gen 1 ranking video, but it was so long that we ended up just scrapping it. But there was an entire bit in that video about Pidgeot and Pidgeot, and now I just can't stop calling it Pidgeot because I think it's funny.
Sounds like you're like calling Pidgeot a Pidgeot slur. Like, hey, look at this Pidgeot.
True.
That does sound like a slur, dude.
It's like calling it an idiot.
Yeah. We have Alakazam, Slowbro, Gengar, Kangaskhan, Pinsir, Gyarados, Aerodactyl, Dragonite, the 2 Mewtwo's, and for ZA we have Mega Victory Bell and Mega Raichu X and Y.
Well, I mean Dragonite's also from ZA.
Dragonite, sorry, I meant to say Dragonite.
I'm kind of looking forward to what they're gonna call it because people always make that joke because all the Mega Stones have like kind of a name scheme of like their name and height, like Lucario Knight, Gengarite, Mega Mewtwo Knight. So like, what about Dragonite? Is it gonna be called Dragonite?
I think they're probably just gonna call it Dragite or something.
Maybe.
But that'd be
I
so
really want
lame.
them to do Dragonite Knight because that would be so funny.
I would also love Dragonite or just Dragonite, but
yeah, just Dragonite.
I think they're probably just gonna end up calling it Dragite. It'll turn it into a drag queen.
Dragoite, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh,
we'll see.
Funny naming conventions, but yeah, no, like X and Y, they had such one of the biggest like selling point in this game was the Mega Evolutions, and it was really like looking back on this, I see why they did it, but it is also just like this is something they could have prevented, with the retrospection. They took out Mega Evolutions in Generation 8, same with the Z moves, because they were like, they're trying to keep like some sort of like integrity or whatever, integrity there is left for like the competitive scene of Pokemon. But that's so confusing to me because it's like they know that like Mega Evolution is like really marketable.
Well, again, I don't think it was ever for like balance. It was more so because we got 1,000 fucking Pokemon. We gotta chop down this list, make it more manageable, which included cutting out some gimmicks that they would have had to reprogram in as well.
Yeah, I also think
that
it's funny we keep sort of harping on Gen 1 for getting a lot of Megas. and nobody ever talks about how many fucking Megas Gen 3 got. Which makes sense of Auric because of Horus, but it's also really funny.
It's really funny, but also like Gen 3 doesn't get dick road all the time.
That's
Because
also
like if we look at Gigantamax forms, besides the ones introduced for like the new Pokemon in Sword and Shield, it was literally only Gen 1 Pokemon except for Garbodor.
true. And it's
Yeah.
also really funny to me because like they go through. This is a flaw I do have with X and Y, of which we haven't talked a whole lot about. I don't feel like so far, but so a flaw I do have with the game is that despite the fact that this is the big generation where Mega Evolution is introduced, the only Gen 6 Pokemon I think that got access to Mega Evolution was Diancie. They're
Yeah,
only
it was.
giving Mega Evolutions to Gen 6 Pokemon now for ZA.
Yeah.
And there's not even that many. There's like 5.
I do kind of hope like all the regions will get a decent amount of megas, and I feel like we're still gonna probably be getting some more because they'll probably have another game with megas. ZA is probably just not
They've
gonna
also
be a
got the,
one-off thing.
DLC that they're putting out.
Yeah, the DLC is as well. I hope just a lot of the regions get some cool new megas, but also a lot of Pokemon that are like kind of ass get some megas that can maybe help them be competitively relevant.
Like
Even if they're probably gonna be on like, let's give another mega to a legendary again with no mega stone required.
True, Mega Rayquaza might go.
Mega Arceus.
I can't wait.
It has the ability from like Legends Arceus that changes it to its best type in a matchup whenever it uses Judgment.
That'd be funny.
With no Mega
I was
Stone
about to say, they already
required.
have that.
Yeah, well, thank God the Legends Plate is not transferable from Legends
I was gonna
Arceus.
say, we give a Mega to Zygarde that makes it have like 3 health bars.
That would be crazy.
Hey man, look, all I'm gonna say, wait till Pokemon Champions comes out when they release the fucking when they release Arceus with the Legends plate. Oh my god.
That'd be crazy.
Also,
I do want to mention as well with 3. I think we should mention how these were the first 3D Pokemon games. So like some of the rough edges we are talking about for this game, and like later on, I think some of this can be said as like this was the first 3D game, so they had their work cut out for them because they had never worked with a lot of these tools before.
Yeah, something that I think is really funny going back into this is just how like static a lot of the models are, because like you see them moving and stuff like that, but then when they attack, all it is like they just like move the model like it's like a toy or something. Like it will just like bounce up and down or go forward and back, and I think that's really funny. Like they don't have like any real like they do have attack animations, but they rarely use them. I think that's really funny.
Yeah, that's kind of just a problem they had for a while, and they still have to this day.
Yeah,
I think the biggest thing,
it was acceptable.
The funniest thing to take away from X and Y is like a lot of flying type Pokemon would levitate. Instead of them being like on the ground and stuff, they were made to be like constantly flying when you send them out, just because of like the sky battle mechanic in X and Y, which they literally never brought back, and it was a very niche thing to even find in the region.
I think there's like maybe like I can't remember, but
4 or 5 sky trainers,
and you'll only like naturally find like maybe 2.
Yeah. It's like, man, look at this cool new mechanic, guys.
You get to only battle with flying type Pokemon now.
Or Pokemon with Levitate.
Or Pokemon with Levitate.
Yeah. Unless if you're Gengar.
True.
We love to see it.
Yeah, we do love to see it.
But yeah, no, it's really funny. But it just... I do have a very big soft spot for this game, as it was my first Pokemon game, and
same here. It was.
I think
yeah.
Something I think that I can't ever really hate this game on is the gym design, because I do deadass think this game has like some of the best gym designs in the series.
It does have
Oh,
some really
especially
pretty
that second
ones.
gym dude. Yeah, especially that second gym dude. Oh my
I
god.
wasn't even talking about the second. I was talking about I think it's the seventh, the psychic one.
Psychic one's
That
really
one's so
cool.
good.
Yeah.
I will say, before we get into the gyms, like, the reason we go for the gyms, I don't think we've even mentioned this yet, like, little synopsis for the game. Like, it's pretty basic
we don't need
because
to give that. No, I'm kidding.
I was gonna say, yeah,
it's a Pokemon game, but
yeah, it's a Pokemon game. Most people are gonna know what a Pokemon game's about.
yeah, but we could still just quick little thing. Pokemon game, you gotta catch them all. You get your starter, and now you gotta go across the region beating up strangers and collecting badges from gym leaders so you can face the champion. While also there's some creepy evil team trying to blow up the world.
I understand your reference.
Yes.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Play Expedition 33, please. Yeah, okay, getting that out of the way. Yeah, no, I mean, the plot is simple. It's a Pokemon game. It's meant to be simple. It's always going to be simple. But like Connor said, this game in particular also has just a really soft spot for me. It's like, I kind of overlook some of the flaws in the plot. Like, it's not a great plot. No, I am never going to say it isn't. But it's just like, I can overlook it a little bit. Like, this is a very nostalgic game for me, 100%.
Yeah, and I think like the core gameplay is still just a lot of fun. Like, these games are piss easy, especially seeing how my Farfetch'd was like a menace to the Elite Four.
Yeah, that is something I will say. Like, base game, if you're not doing like a actual like a challenge or like a Nuzlocke or anything like that, is actually like pretty hard.
Yeah, I think that is why it was kind of controversial to have like the EXP share just like kind of apply to the whole team at the time and be a key item instead of like it being a held item, which like I generally do think it's sort of better because it is kind of just egregious in a lot of RPGs when they do that, like, oh, your party member has to be in it or you got to swap them around and shit. But in Pokemon's case, it's just also like the other issue as well is they're already not balanced without the EXP share, so with the EXP share on, you get so over leveled.
Okay, to be fair, it could be worse.
It could be worse.
It could be Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl.
I was gonna say, yeah, I know another game they released where it was bad.
We don't talk about those games.
Those games in particular are some of the worst in the series. But like, okay, again, like, yeah, with the experience share, that is just something I kind of like. I'm not as picky about because it is, again, their first try at it. But yeah, no, this is also like their first attempt of like making the experience share a key item. So basically, you don't have to equip it to a Pokemon to make them get equal experience, guys.
Yeah, I will say, as someone who played Platinum recently, this was definitely something I like, that it's a change of like it just being on and applied to everyone.
Yeah. Gen 6 in general did have a lot of like cool new features that are like new things for the series that they would eventually go and use later. Like this was the first game you could like change your outfits in as well. Like fashion was a big part of X and Y.
You could
Oh god. Dude, it was so cool. This is like it was limited compared to like later games with like the fashion and what you could do with it. But like, dude, the design you can make for your like avatar was still like good enough to where it was like, yeah, this is pretty good for the time.
Well, it's kind of funny because like some of the later games are actually more limited than X and Y, ironically, especially like fucking Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is true.
It's really funny to me that like that game has so much like character like customization with like your base like appearance, but when it comes to the clothing, it's so limited.
Yeah, you get shirt and shorts with a tie, or hear me out, guys, pants and a shirt and a tie.
Holy shit!
I'm sold.
Yeah.
Dude, you're like pushing the boundaries of what customization can be.
I know, right?
Brewer is evolving gaming.
Yeah, put me on a Pokemon team. They need me.
You could say he's mega
Ooh.
gaming.
I swear to God, if I was on a team though, I would just be like Gen 5 pandering instead of Gen 1 pandering. 150 Mega Evolutions to Gen 5.
Yeah.
I was just about to say the exact same thing. Oh my god.
Give it all to Gen
beautiful.
5, baby.
I hope they have
Gen
more.
5's goated.
I hope they have more Gen 5 megas, because it's still only Audino, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense because like that was the most recent
Except
game
right now.
before Kalos or like Gen 6 came out, so I get that they didn't want to focus on it, but it still was kind of a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I kind of want to move to that. Hold on, I kind of want to move to like this being their first 3D game. That is just like a very big thing. That is just, it's not even like, how do I put this? This is like the same thing of like earlier of like I'm willing to like look past some of the flaws, but it's like sometimes in terms of like looking at these games compared to games before it, you can tell there's like a sense of like something that should have been there that isn't, and I do think it is because it is their first 3D games, and I honestly think that there were going to be more megas in the game. Didn't they actually say that there was going to be like a Mega Dragonite and Mega Flygon before the game came out? No, after. Sorry.
I don't remember which game it was for, like Oras or Pokemon X and Y, but Flygon was one they mentioned in interviews that they wanted to try to make a Mega for it, but they couldn't come up with any good ideas. Which, like, how? But either way, that's why they didn't make a Mega for Flygon, which is a crying shame because it needed it a hell of a lot more than the other Dragon Ground type Garchomp, which Mega actually sucked Mega ass.
See, because it's their first 3D game, I don't think they were able to implement everything that they wanted to. Like that's my theory. And plus,
beyond just the megas that they chose, I think more so just like a lot of the areas in general, especially like that power plant area. Just like you're like, oh, you need some strange key card to get to it. It's like, okay, how do I get to it? It's not in the game. What? Yeah, it's just not in the game.
You go to a building that's like barely connected to it. That it's like a straight hallway. I remember that section. That shit was so stupid.
Yeah, no, there's just a lot of oddities with X and Y, and I think a lot of this is because they probably were planning for some of this to maybe just be in like a Pokemon Z game, especially with a Zygarde. But they never did that for some reason. Oddly enough, X and Y are still like the only games that they never had like second editions or like basically second editions with the DLC like the Switch games have had.
Yeah, it's strange too, because like there was a lot of potential. I think there was a lot of potential for them to do stuff. True. And so it's just really unfortunate that never came to pass.
Yeah, especially Zygarde's content kind of just got shoved into Sun and Moon awkwardly, or Ultra Sun and Moon.
Yeah, I just think they could have like added more megas for other gens. They could have, just done a bunch of improved some of the flaws that the game has, but it just never ended up happening.
Yeah, especially post game wise, it's kind of lacking since there's only a couple extra legendaries to catch as well after you get Xerneas or Yveltal. Zygarde, which is in some random cave and you don't know anything about. He was kind of just a random snake at the time. People were like, oh, he's about to go crazy in Pokemon Z because Zygarde.
Yeah.
And then you could catch one of the 3 legendary birds depending on what starter you chose.
Let's go!
Yeah, but they were also
Gen
roaming.
1 dick riding. We love Gen 1 dick riding. We love Gen 1 dick riding.
I will say.
And Mewtwo as the Mega as well.
I don't think it's too out of line to think that like at this point I don't think the Gen 1 dick riding had been as bad. I think this was like the first game where they ever really started doing that, and then it became a big problem later.
It became a problem.
Okay, I do want to mention real quick, since I just remembered with Mega Mewtwo. Do any of you guys remember, before we knew what Megas were, the whole like Mew 3 discussion?
I remember the screenshots. Yes, I do. It's so funny.
Especially
with the Genesect movie as well, that like just had Mega Mewtwo for like no reason.
Have you guys seen the fake like quote unquote leaked version of Mega Clink or Mega Clinklang?
Dude, that one was funny. It was just a bunch of fucking gears, but there were so many funny leaks, quote unquote leaks for X and Y.
It was awesome.
I miss those leaking days because they actually took some effort and whatnot.
Yeah, I love leaks that take like effort and have heart and soul put in them to make a fucking abomination.
Yeah, because it's just funny as hell.
Yeah, no, and this was also kind of in the days of like the internet wasn't like it wasn't new, but it also wasn't like developed as it is today. So it's like leaks are just not as open and available as they are now. Which I like. In comparison, we actually had to look for shit to see like what was real or not. Meanwhile, I already like today, I already know what every single Mega Evolution is going to be in ZA. I have seen the leaks. I know all the Megas, and I am not going to tell anyone because I want people to experience that.
I remember that happened with Sun and Moon. I think because they had the Sun and Moon demo and they just left the Pokemon in the game, so people just data mined it and saw all the new Pokemon in the game. They didn't know the context behind them and whatnot, but yeah, that was crazy. I gotta hate it just because it's more fun to be surprised. That's why I've tried to avoid the Legends EA leaks with all my life.
Yeah, same here. I think I've gone spoiled on one of them, but I kind of don't believe it because if it's real, it'd be really fucking stupid.
Who do you think it is?
No, that's gonna spoil me.
Yeah, I don't want to say it because the Brewer's here.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's completely fair.
Yeah, just text them later.
Yeah,
I would not have confirmed nor deny it. I just wanted to see if it was or wasn't.
well, here's the thing. It's like, if you say no, it's like, yeah, but then you probably would have been like, I will neither confirm or deny. And then if you say, it's like, oh, and if you would have said that, it's like, okay, so it's yes.
Yeah, no, guy,
I
don't
would
keep
have said that
speaking
for
or else
no matter what answer it was.
Guy, just stop speaking or I'm mega evolving my hands into a knuckle sandwich for you.
I
would have said that no matter what.
It doesn't
You're
matter.
a terrible liar when it comes to that stuff.
The only reason anyone would ever say, I will neither confirm or deny, is when it's yes.
Oh my god.
Not for me,
That's
it
crazy.
isn't.
Yes, it is.
Nope.
Alright, well.
I think the last two things we should really maybe cover is like gyms and like the team flare we keep mentioning as like kind of not the greatest.
Well, I was gonna say they're kind of just like, they're not bad, trust me, because they don't get like they're not nearly as bad as like
Team Yell.
Team Yell or Team Star.
At least at this point, like Team Star. Oh yeah, Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah, bro, literally forgot.
No, I was just thinking because like the games that came after with like Gen 7, like when people saw leaks and stuff, they were originally calling like Team Aether like Team Star, and also the like Gen 7 games re-releases, they were gonna call the Pokemon Star. That's why I was thinking that.
Okay.
Yeah, but also also because Team Star and Yell don't really feel like evil teams. Like we used to have actual terrorists. God damn it.
We used to have
evil.
They're just
fanboys.
bully victims.
Yeah, now we have bullied school children and dream stands.
True.
And
yeah, Team Skull is cool though in Gen 7. I like them.
Yeah, I love Team Skull. They're so fucking funny.
Like they're not full terrorists, but they're still like they're still like kind of terrorist.
Yeah, and we leave the terrorism to Aether Foundation.
They also just serve a really good purpose in the plot, in my opinion.
Yeah, and they're also fun.
Oh yeah, video for another day with Gen 7.
True.
Yeah,
Going back to that, I think that should insinuate our feelings on Team Flare and just like, who?
well, it's just like that's what I was gonna say. Is like they're just forgettable. Like they don't like besides like the big climactic moment, they don't do anything that's like memorable like Team Plasma or
Yeah, so I'd say following up after Team Plasma and like Team Galactic is like
yeah.
devious work for
Yeah,
them.
no, they don't do anything nearly as like, stuff of like blowing up lakes or literally destroying the Pokemon League and stuff like that. Like they're not
Opening a
near.
rift in the galaxy with interdimensional horrors like Garatina.
Yeah, exactly. Like they don't do anything nearly as cool. Like it's still insanely destructive. And the only reason I remember what they did is because there's this really big video of like when the like giant beam shoots up and then it lands down. It then cuts to, like a house blowing up, and it's so fucking funny.
It's so funny that like that whole town, after that happens, it just stays like that. Like the houses are knocked down, they never rebuild or anything.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yo, Geosenge, yes, it's so funny.
They're just like, okay, I guess we live like this now.
Houses
And-
knocked over and shit.
Yeah, and that is funny. But like that's all really I feel like anyone remembers Team Flare for, because they're not really that funny. Their designs are kind of cool,
Yes.
and there's some cool potential. Like
Lysander and maybe a couple of the admins had some cool designs, like
yeah,
the
but
weird
the
dude with the white mask, but the rest of them were just let's
Boring.
wear bright orange guys.
yeah, it's just like they all look the same, and it's just really boring. And like there's some potential. Like there's legit like a lot of potential they had, because I don't know if you guys knew this, but one of the like official like Pokemon League members was like a part of Team Flare.
Yeah, no, I knew that, and like that was cool, but they never expanded on that in the games. Like the anime
Exactly.
actually had some cool stuff with that, but not
Yeah,
the
like-
games
like-
for some reason.
Yeah, in the games that's never expanded. Like the only reason you'd think that is like, oh, she has bright orange, like in her color scheme, so she's probably a part of like Team Flare.
Yeah, I know it sucks because she's actually one of the cool designs too, not one of those fuck ass admins with bright orange and a single unique hair color.
Yeah, and
I
like
was about to say the
Violet.
designs are just not good. I'm gonna be real, they are not good.
Tell me anyone cared about that blue-haired bitch until she got her new design in Legend ZA.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like it really is sad because like at least like for especially for like Gen 4, the admins all like, yeah, the Team Galactic like actual grunts looked a little silly with their fucking like bowl cuts and shit like that. But at least the admins had memorable and cool designs. Like Mars and Jupiter and stuff like that. Like they both had like really cool designs. And I mean, Getsus is fucking Getsus. Like,
We have the mega terrorist.
yeah, you don't forget Getsus. Like, that is like one of the best designs Pokemon's done for a villain. And it's just
Absolutely.
it's really hard to follow up with Lysander, because while I do think he's definitely the best designed out of the Team Flare, it's kind of just like guy who has really big hair and then is just wearing kind of like a suit. It's like it
Yeah.
works well, especially with like the whole like kind of lion motif he has.
Yeah, especially with the power and stuff, but as well, I think he is also just like a little harder to follow because like for majority of the game, he's just like spouting nonsense and whatnot. You'll find him randomly talking with Diantha and be like, oh, the world is so
It's-
beautiful, but it's not as beautiful as a me.
Yeah, it's either
It needs to be fixed. It's like,
either-
man, I wonder what that could mean.
It's also really funny because like depending on the game, it's like we need to preserve life, or the other one is like I am going to kill everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, at the very least with like Gen 3, they had different evil teams for that with like let's flood everything and we need more land.
Yeah.
But no, it's all just one dude who decides to change up his motif depending on whether it's a stupid blue deer or a stupid flying thing that's shaped like a Y.
Well, even then, like in Black and White, like it wasn't to the point, like like obviously they only had one evil team there, but it's like at least there they had, at least I'm presuming they had written it to where it was actually like, made
Well, yeah,
sense.
there were some differences, but also Reshiram and Zekrom were not so like abhorrently different
they
that
weren't.
it made it an issue.
Yeah, it's not such a huge change.
Versus, all right, guys, puppies forever versus everyone gets diarrhea. Like that's kind of what it was with Team Flare's motives, depending on the game.
Yeah, true.
Again, I just think it's just more so like the restrictions that they put themselves on the like at that time of like, hey, this is our first 3D game, let's do what we can kind of thing, instead of just like writing around that or like making another team just in case for that. Which is crazy because literally the games that were to come after this were fucking ORAS, which are like often regarded as some of the best mainline titles.
I'm also just gonna say I don't think we're ever gonna get like a duo evil team thing again, because like I think the last time they did that, like you could consider Gen 7 with like Aether Foundation and Team Skull, but like
They did it
I
very
don't think
well.
we're ever gonna get like an Aura situation again of like Team Magma and Team Aqua again, because they just haven't done that for any of the games.
Yeah. Either way, next generation, I just want them to be terrorists again. That's all I ask.
Yeah, I'm tired of like there not being any like real villains in the game, because like
It's just kind of off-putting. I need some crazy threat.
yeah, I need some crazy like fuck ass dude to like want to end the world, instead of like my main antagonistical force being bullied teenagers, because then I just feel bad for kicking their ass.
But
Well,
that
mostly
just
also
makes
like
me angry at them, so I want to bully
Chairman
them.
Rose was also just like
A
terrible.
dog.
Yeah, he was terrible.
I fucking hate
Guys, we need to save the world by doing this thing literally now, even though we'll be thousands of years away.
Yeah, listen, it's also so funny because there is for a Pokemon they added in the game, Regieleki, the Pokédex entry for Regieleki literally says it can power Galar for like thousands of years, and so it just makes Chairman Rose's plan even fucking stupider.
Rose's plan should have just been Master Ball, catch a Regieleki.
Exactly, and
have a Ditto, have a bunch of armies of Ditto copy it.
Exactly, but it's like, oh no, I'm gonna summon like Hand Satan.
Hand
Satan.
Listen, I will defend Pokemon Sword and Shield more than most, but I will never defend the story. The story of that game is fucking ass.
Yeah.
But we should
awful.
probably get to wrapping up.
Yeah. I guess we can just go into some quick concluding points. I guess, do you mind if I go
Sure.
first?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah, so overall, Pokemon X and Y are not my favorite Pokemon games, but I say they're still a very solid experience. If you have access to them, I would still recommend them, because I just think they're nice, and while they're a bit rough around the edges with them being the first 3D games, they're still a lot of fun. They may not be the most unique Pokemon games, but they did add a lot of unique mechanics that made them very interesting to still play to this day. That, and as always, like music was still really good. A lot of new Pokemon designs were kind of fire, and just in general, they're still just a lot of fun to run through.
Nice.
I think even.
All right, who next?
Connor, would you like to go next?
Yeah, sure. So I think that these games, they're not my favorite Pokemon game, I'll say that, but they're one of my favorites. It's such a like core childhood memory of me just playing this, and I have some really funny stories with that game. But yeah, as Rur said, if you still have access to them, I'd recommend playing them. I'm excited for ZA, especially since it's a Legends game, and I'm just looking forward to, hopefully, who knows, maybe someday we'll get like remakes or ports or remasters of the Gen 6 games, and we'll get like a true like Pokemon Z to the games, but I'm looking forward to ZA, and I heavily recommend you play Pokemon X and Y. And that's all.
Awesome.
Nice. Hell yeah. And then there was one,
There was one.
and that was me. All right, so I love these games a lot. I know they are not the best Pokemon games. I will never say they are, but they are in my top 3 for favorites. I am very nostalgic towards them. I love the areas in this game a lot. I love the gyms a lot. I love a lot of the Pokemon here. Some of my favorite Pokemon ever are in this. This is a very, very nostalgic game for me, and again, like I said, this is the game I have replayed the most in my life, and I am not ashamed of that, because it is awesome. But I will say this, it is flawed. It is definitely, you can definitely tell it was their first 3D outing. It would have been, I think this game would have been, like, in this generation, honestly, would have been remembered a lot better if a third version did come out. But unfortunately, we just never got that, unfortunately. We got Sun and Moon, which is Pokemon Z, I guess, but, like, yeah, I really wish that would come out, and at least we're coming back to this like very underrated region with Pokemon ZA. But even then, it's not like a traditional Pokemon game, so it's kind of making me just be like, okay, fine, whatever. But like Connor said, a tried and true Pokemon Z would be so awesome and so good that it would make me cry. But
Very
yeah, no.
true.
I love these games. I think very fondly of them a lot. This was like a core memory of my childhood. This got me involved with one of my favorite. This game got me involved with one of my favorite franchises ever. So I mean, like, yeah, I owe a lot to it. It changed the course of my life, and that's just something I cannot like deny that whatsoever. It huge impact on me, and I'm just glad that like we're able to talk about it now. But it is unfortunate that no one is able to play these games on modern systems. Holy God.
Yeah. The last thing I will say is, like, everyone's first Pokemon game is their first drug they get on, I guess. It's the first step to the addiction.
Yeah.
Damn straight.
I think with that, though, what you guys should be addicted to is hitting that like and subscribe button.
Very
Maybe
true.
commenting if you guys played these games, and maybe what's one of your favorite Pokemon from this generation. But with that, we've been FetchQuest, and thank you very much for watching this episode.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.